Hello guys, welcome again to other live stream. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin, of course, on all the crypto market. I have an announcement, but I'm going to talk about this in the end of this live stream. But well, okay, let's start. First of all, I am in 4-hour chart, okay? 4-hour chart is very interesting right now. Why? Because let me show you something. Bitcoin was trending, right? Was trending from $66,000 from this point, was trending, and finally in this area is in consolidation. So every time when we have this sell signal in the squeeze, we know it's a range or falling, right? Every time when we see this, we know Bitcoin is suppose like the signal is range or falling, right? Of course, just using a squeeze with my system, I am using, of course, OBB. But in general, when you see this is falling and testing the MA55, the next sell signal is in MA55 again, and again the signal is in MA55 again, and crashing here. So now we have this move. We have this signal here, but what happened with Bitcoin? Bitcoin didn't crash, right? So as you can see here, in 4-hour chart is just in range, in sideways. Remember, this signal here, you see here, that means is you have a range sideways or falling. And finally, Bitcoin is doing this consolidation period in 4-hour chart. Now, what we can expect, okay, if we see higher time frames, 12-hour chart, my speculation here is actually something like this. This on the MA55, to what? Keep falling. But it's doing exactly the same here in 12-hour chart. Actually, I was in short, it's $57,000 around there, and I cancel my short position right now. Why? Because again, Bitcoin is still in sideways. So I cancel my short position here. Actually, I am flat right now. Why? Because finally Bitcoin is doing this. Now, what we can do if Bitcoin is doing this? Well, in my case, I am waiting. Why? Because now we have 12-hour with sell signal in a squeeze, right? Sell or sideways. Every time we can repeat the same pattern. Every time when we have this signal in 12-hour, yeah, we can have sideways or falling. As you can see here, in this signal, even Bitcoin was in sideways and falling, but it was an uptrend. This signal is invalid. And this one, yeah, play very good actually to the MA55, and after that here other small drop to the MA55, and here other drop here, and from this signal to here, actually this signal was this one to here, and now Bitcoin is bouncing, testing the MA55, and as you can see we have other sell signals. So that means if Bitcoin stays here or other maybe all this weekend, today, all this weekend in 12-hour, and it's not breaking $56,000, 55, well, I have no option to say just this is just to the upside. Yeah, this is the conclusion. Why? Because the probabilities to go to the downside are less and less and less. Remember, in trading, time is the key, a key component. Okay, so always when we are speculating the price, well, we are gonna speculate like this, and downside bad. When we say down sideways, it's because we don't know if the price is going to enter in a range, right? Now it's in range in 4-hour and 12-hour. Now, if we see 1-day chart, using a squeeze, we have buy signal in a squeeze since maybe 3 days ago, 4 days ago, all this week. Now, the lowest price I can see Bitcoin right now, maybe a quick drop to maybe $55,000, 54, and from there, honestly, I am expecting a bounce. The reason for this is because 12-hour, and actually I can see the price action is contracting here. We will see maybe next week $60,000. That is my speculation. I cannot say right now Bitcoin is gonna break the trend. Of course not. Because when you want to see a trend broken, in this case is in uptrend, you want to see something like this. don't get me wrong, I am expecting something like that. Yes, still I'm still thinking Bitcoin is forming this consolidation in the short term, 12-hour and 4-hour. This consolidation. Why? Because it's gonna test $60,000 around there in some point, and from there I am speculating the macro time frames, because we know they are in range of falling. They will play and we will see finally other leg down. Maybe in the next 2-3 weeks. It is gonna take time. Yeah. So now we are gonna what we are gonna do here. Well, in my case, I am just flat. I am just waiting for the signal, and I think today I'm not going to trade. Why? Because sometimes the best trade is not trading, because I don't have a setup right now. Of course, I will wait maybe other 8 hours, 12 hours, and if I see the buy signal and 4-hour and Bitcoin is still respecting this level, the only speculation I can say is Bitcoin is going to test at least the top of the area in 4-hour chart. In 1-day chart, as I said, I am speculating Bitcoin is going to $60,000, and from there we will see. But in my guess, I mean, my conclusion here is we will see a bull trap in macro time frames. Now, why am I speculating at this? Now we are using here just squeeze, right? Now we are gonna support this projection like this with OBB. As you can see here, OBB in 4-hour is still healthy. Of course, it's testing the MA55 in OBB, yes, but the point is trending. The point is not in negative territory. I mean, this is not this the OBB and the moving average is not in the red zone, so it's not here. I mean, the point, okay, it's not there. And 12-hour actually is showing something very interesting. 12-hour is start trending. Trending a little bit. Of course, not very strong, but it's still in positive slope. Now, something like I want to show you here is the 1-day chart. 1-day chart with OBB is testing again the negative territory here. So we have exactly the same setup as in September 2021 right now. So that means if you remember, this price action is exactly doing something very similar like this. Now, the reason why I'm not super bullish right now for Bitcoin is because I know the weekly is not good for Bitcoin. So that's why I am speculating this bounce here and to keep falling. Yeah, because I'm talking weekly chart is gonna take maybe this month or next month. So the volatility right now in 1-day chart is very low. It's blue. So that means here it's gonna be like this for maybe all this weekend. And next week we are gonna see the move. Be careful with this because we have yellow bar here. We have yellow bar. The problem with this yellow bar is like we don't know the direction. And the last time when we saw this yellow bar, Bitcoin was trending, was around $62,000 and went all the way up to 67. But as you can see here, it was what? A correction, right? So here, the last time also was in September 2021. Here, always when I see yellow bars in 1-day chart, I respect. Why? Because I know in that week or next week, something is going to happen. So our job as a traders is try to speculate the projection, right? The direction of the price. So we have here the yellow bar we have here. Yellow bar we have here. And as you can see, always when we have the yellow bars, something happened, right? A move is coming in 1-day chart. It's gonna take maybe one week or maybe 5 days. It depends. But in average, if we want to see how long we need to wait for this, for example, from this point and this point, 6 days. 6 days this yellow bar. And after we saw the move, more than 10 days. So from here, the yellow bar was here, and we saw the move after 5 days. And here we saw the move from the beginning 5 days. So now we have here this yellow bar, and we have to wait, well, other 5 days or maybe 10. So next week, this weekend, or maybe next week, we are gonna see the move if we are following just this metric. Now, as I said, right now I am flat. I am speculating this, and also I want to show you something interesting. I'm gonna update my OBB indicator because this MA actually I have a mistake. This one is not the MA55, it's the MA20. So I want to show you something very interesting here. If we add here to the OBB oscillator outer MA here, usually I don't do this, but I want to show you something very interesting. Exponential moving average. And I'm gonna change the settings here. I'm gonna add to the OBB oscillator here, and this one is gonna be the MA55. I'm gonna change the color, and I'm gonna change to white. Okay, so of course I don't want to add this in my main tool, but it's something very interesting to see. Why? Because I told you the golden cross and death cross in OBB is something I actually, for me, is important. Why? Because remember, the time is very different with OBB. Usually when because the time is very different, the golden cross and death cross actually in the long term actually they are playing very good. Okay, so let me show you something. Okay, for example, here we have here a golden cross in 1-day chart here, a golden cross here, yeah, in June 28, but after well, 1 month of consolidation, Bitcoin, you see OBB was in uptrend, right? OBB was in uptrend, saying, hey, the volume is in uptrend, this is consolidation, right? So what happened after 1 month of consolidation? A big move, right? So we have that cross here. Of course, I am not a big fan for this. Just I am telling you, with OBB, I consider, like, for me it's more important to see this kind of golden cross or death cross for the trend in OBB than the price action. Why? Because after you see these kind of things, after 1 month you will see they are playing actually quite good. Of course, you cannot trust in these kind of things. Why? Because sometimes they are too late. For example, this golden cross here in the top, of course, is not good. After I did a back testing, when you see this kind of crosses, death cross and golden cross in the bottom and the top, is when you get your better results. I am not telling you you must buy or enter in this kind of crosses. Of course not, because usually they are late. In this case was before, and you have to buy all this area and wait for almost 1 month. And here, for example, you have to death cross here around $50,000, and you have to wait almost 1 month to see the results. So that's why it's different. As I said, OBB is different. Okay, but look at this. If we see this, is the uptrend, like here in OBB, is very far, maybe after 2-3 months, maybe in February, March 2022. But if I show you something in 12 hour, what is happening right now? OBB is showing me in the short term or mid-term, 12 hour, Bitcoin is doing something like this, as you can see here. Now is this consolidation you see here, or sideways, is just OBB is just fighting between this range, and actually now it's moving. Let me see. Oh, we have 4 hour. Let me see. 1 moment, because actually it's a live stream, right? 1 moment, because I need to trade. I'm trading, of course. Let me see here. 1 hour. Okay, I like to set up here. Testing the MI55 in 1 hour. 4 hour, it's about to test the MI55. Okay, we have time. Okay, auto test maybe to 57,800. Actually, we have now officially almost the confirmation for one moment was here, the 4 hour buy signal. So in the next candle we are gonna see maybe the buy signal, and I'm going to enter in long position maybe today. As you can see here, yeah, actually I'm gonna enter right now. The risk management is very easy. Below $66,000 is gonna be the area I'm going to get out if this is not working. And I'm going to enter right now. Actually, I think it's the first time I'm going to do this in a live stream. Let me see. 1 moment. Okay, now I open a long position right now, exactly this level, like $66,000, 800, 900. Because if my speculation is correct, we are gonna see this consolidation in the short term, 4 hour, 12 hour, to see something like this. Okay, that is my speculation. So 1-day chart is bullish. I mean, it's an uptrend. I mean, the trend is your friend, and the trend, even with the ME55 almost broken, Bitcoin is defending this very good, like this. Okay, so as I said again, I repeat it many times. If you want to see the trend broken, I want to see something like this, like super hard breaking bounce here, and officially this is the continuation to the downside. But Bitcoin is doing something like this. So let me finish with my explanation in 12 hour. 12 hour, as you can see here, using just OPP as indicator, is doing exactly the same thing as September 2021. Here, we have the same setup here. Do you see that? Here, here, here. So, and now a squeeze indicator is changing again to green. So that's why a squeeze indicator is good, but many times it's providing fake signals. That's why always I use OBB, because with OBB I have this filter. Now my bias are now for now to the upside, of course, in 4 hour and 12 hour. So that means maybe today, maybe this weekend, and next week maybe, of course. But as I said, for now, Bitcoin, as long as above $56,000 to $160,000, is to the upside. To the upside. This is just a consolidation in the short term. Now, let's talk about something else. Now we are going to talk about Bitcoin, but in weekly chart. Okay, we know in 4 hour and 12 hour we are, or in my case, I am bullish in short term, mid term. But what will happen in 1 week? In 1 week chart, well, we have these bear divergences again, right? We have this, and we have this, right? So, based on my experience, we will see something like this. Like this. So we are gonna see a bounce like this. So that means the next green candle here, around here, maybe 62, 62, 61, 62, this one, is when, again, many people will call to the moon, 100K, now we are gonna be millionaires, whatever. And here, guys, here is when I want you to pay attention. Why? Because if I am right with my technical analysis, because usually in macro time frames I am right, my accuracy is quite good. If you are following my group and you know my style in macro time frames, actually is where I have better results. If I am right with this, we will see this massive bull trap in macro time frames, and in the second week or last week of December, we are gonna see something like this, or maybe in January, something like this. Yeah, because we know we have this and we cannot ignore this. And let me tell you something more concerning. As you can see here, OBB in weekly chart is crashing. I mean, technically crashing like this one. So that means like someone with a lot of money, I don't know who, every time when Bitcoin is pumping here, they are dumping. They are dumping. They are selling. Okay, so, but don't get me wrong. If we see this again to the ME55 here, when people are so scared about this move of Bitcoin to zero, you know what? We are gonna be ready to buy again. Why? Because we are traders, right? So we are not in FOMO and we are following the rules. And every time when the asset is testing ME55, there is a very high probability we will see maybe a bounce. And from there we will see what is going to happen. But of course, I'm expecting the speculation is bear divergences here in weekly chart, testing the ME55 here, and to the upside. Of course, I cannot tell you the price here. Of course not. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is this is my speculation. Now, again, we need to be careful, because when Bitcoin comes here, we have two options. We want to see something like this, consolidation. Yeah, and from there, well, we can speculate if Bitcoin actually is going to the upside, or This is auto distribution pattern, and we will see more downside. But as I said, I cannot tell you right now because we are not there. We are not there right now. So, but this is my speculation. In weekly chart, it's gonna take maybe 2-3 months, maybe in February, March next year, we will see something like that. Now, the monthly chart of Bitcoin is looking healthy in a squeeze, but is falling in OBB, as you can see here. In the long term, I am speculating in the next 6 months or even on 2022, we will see this level, around this level, this area, tested. Okay. Now, what is going to happen with this is, well, in the long term, I am speculating as long Bitcoin is $60,000, is below $60,000 this year. Remember, $60,000 is the key level this year. This month, if Bitcoin closed below $6,000 this year in December 2021, we will see a major pullback in monthly chart, maybe to 42, even lower to maybe 28 in 2022. As I said, Bitcoin must close above $60,000 if we want to see continuation to the upside, maybe 100K or something like that in 2022. Now, this is a micro time frames, of course, and you know I like to talk about micro time frames. That is my style. Why? Because I want to see the big picture always. Always, I want to see the big picture before. Now, for example, in short term, Bitcoin is gonna, as I said, I'm expecting this bounce. My position is $66,800 actually right now. And in the short term, this is very easy to manage the risk, right? Because this is the area of consolidation, right? So if Bitcoin comes to here, this level, of course I'm gonna close my position. Why? Because I am trading just 4 hour, right? 4 hour. But don't get me wrong. If I see this Bitcoin testing here, maybe I'm gonna take my loss, but I'm gonna enter again in 1 day chart. Again in long. Why? Because I am not expecting a break. I am not expecting a break right now. Okay, well, that's it for my technical analysis for Bitcoin right now. As I said, 4 hour and 12 hour are looking very good actually. And the last time frame I want to show you is a 3-day chart. 3-day chart is doing something very good. Actually, very, very good, I would say. Well, now we have these bear divergences right here. Let me remove all this. Okay. I said this bear divergence maybe around 1 month ago or 2 months ago, and we have this, right? So now we have this pullback, right? We have this pullback, and look at this. The price is testing the 0 line, but is holding, actually tested the MA55 in 3-day chart, and is testing now the MA21 in 3-day chart. So it's not falling, right? It's not crashing. The trend is still to the upside. So there is a very high probability we will see this weekend or maybe next week auto push, as I said, to maybe $62,000 around there, and from there we will see what is going to happen. But as I said, my speculation for now is just a bounce. Why? Because OBB is telling me what the market makers are doing. This is just bad, right, in general. And as you can see here, the OBB is trending to the downside actually right now, and it's getting rejected. So I will say in macro time frames, 1-day chart, to be more specific, is just a bounce to keep falling. It's a bull trap, I will say. And the last one, well, if you want to be bullish again on Bitcoin, and you want to catch, these massive bull runs like this one, we will have to wait a couple of years maybe. You have to wait something like this or like this. Around here, 2022, maybe in some point we will see something like this. And from here we can start accumulating Bitcoin and other altcoins. Of course, I am a financial advisor, just it's my style of trading. Okay, so now I've finished my technical analysis for Bitcoin, and because I am speculating a bounce, this weekend or next week, we can start trading in the short term altcoins. Okay, if you have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments. Okay, now let's start with Cardano. Cardano is doing something good actually. In weekly chart, finally we can see something interesting. Cardano finally is, well, we are going to speculate always MA55 to test to bounce, right? Of course, we don't have a buy signal right now. It's gonna test maybe, we need to wait maybe 3 months to see something like this. But Cardano, the best scenario for Cardano is like just in sideways from maybe maximum $2 on 1.80 to 1.60 around there. But if Bitcoin crash in some point this month, this Ponzi is gonna crash and break maybe, and it will go to maybe $1 and around this. And if that happen, if Bitcoin crash hard, well, you will see bear market in weekly chart for Cardano. For now, the bounce is good, yes, but just because you saw this bounce doesn't mean like we are gonna buy right now Cardano. Of course not. We are traders and we have a system, right? So we have to wait for the system to tell us when is the best moment. For example, you bought, okay, Bitcoin, Cardano is entering into this line, and we have to wait for this consolidation phase to enter. As you can see here, the last buy signal for Cardano in weekly chart was at $1 with 30 cents in this candle here. And from there, well, we'll see 100%. And the last signal for Cardano in weekly chart here, as you can see here, was in November 9, 2020 here. Of course, with OBB, we know we are bullish in Cardano since long time ago. Where was the buy signal for Cardano in OBB? Well, around here. And actually, we have other buy signal around here with the squeeze, as you can see here. When you have the squeeze momentum indicator and OBB showing you exactly the same thing, well, you have your buy signal almost, I mean, with very high probabilities to see good results. So following OBB and squeeze in April 2020, after this dump, you have to buy, you could buy a 0.04 Cardano, selling with the squeeze, just with OBB. You can sell here or here, and the first sell is around 1.8929, and the second sell was at $3. Yeah, so now why I'm watching Cardano is because, as I said, it was the first one to tell me something is not great. So for now it's bouncing. Maybe in the next 2 weeks or maybe next week we will see maybe other test to maybe $1 with 80 cents around there. But as long as below this, in this area, I am not expecting more price action. The only thing I am expecting is if Bitcoin breaks, this is, well, the bears will have a party. Now, okay, let's continue with other altcoins. Okay, let's talk about Luna. Let me see Luna. Impressive. In weekly chart, I remember I was bullish. Yes. Well, actually, last 2 weeks ago I said no, get out. But as you can see here, very impressive bounce in 1-day chart, and the trend is different right now. Very good, actually. Okay, targets for this. Well, when I see this kind of things, it's in price discovery. So I will say we have to use Fibonacci extensions. We can do it in 1-day chart. You can see macro time frames. Let me see if I can do it here. No. Well, yeah, actually, yes, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, okay. If we use the Fibonacci levels, as you can see here, the one extension 1.618 was the resistance for a long time, as you can see here, and the next one is $71. The next one actually is almost hit. Usually when I see this kind of moves, especially in weekly chart, I am speculating always is gonna hit the 3.618 around 96, around there. Around there in weekly chart. I mean, this is gonna like this, and something like this. Okay, so using Fibonacci levels, actually I would say $62,000 is gonna be the target in weekly chart. Let me see 1-day chart. Research chart. Okay, if you are okay, I don't know your position, but if you are in this area of consolidation, let me show you here. If you are here, yeah, around 40 or 50, or even you are around here, you have two options. You can hold, Actually, I would say maybe it's the best way as a financial, because if my projection for Bitcoin is to the upside in this week and next week, there is a very high probability you will see higher prices for this coin, Luna, maybe or even around 100. So it depends on your OBB is looking great actually in 1-day chart. The OBB is above of the MA20 is trending. So the only thing I can say, in the moment when you see the OBB testing the red cloud here, it could be your potential sell signal, but it will take maybe 1 week or 2 to see it, maybe around here, a little bit more. It depends. As a 12-hour chart, you said 12-hour. Let me see, 12-hour. Well, 12-hour, the buy was here around 45. If you enter here, I don't know how you do that. The buy signal was around here, around 47. I will say just protect your entry. It's still strong. I will hold this if I am a swing trader. I will hold and just protect my entry. Very good for Luna. Very bullish actually. Very good. Let me see monthly. Monthly is bullish. I don't have data for this. I don't have data. Let me see 5-day chart. Buy signal in 5-day chart at 43. Yeah, continuation. Yes, I think 100 maybe is gonna be my target in the long term. Okay, now let's talk about other coins. Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum. Well, in consolidation 5-day chart. Let me see 5-day chart good. The volume is not helping. As I said. Be careful with this. 1-day chart. 1-day chart is, we have buy signal in 1-day chart, and let me tell you something. Ethereum is leading the market again. Even without volume, Ethereum is gonna test maybe this area again in some point again, maybe this week or next week. And my target for the Ethereum is $5,000. Actually, since long time ago, almost hit. No, around 5,000. From $5,000, I am expecting maybe a short-term pullback, or maybe it could be the top. I don't know. The only thing I can tell you is, as long we have in 1-day chart this signal, it's gonna take maybe 1 week. Everything is okay for Ethereum in the midterm. Weekly chart, of course. Let me see. Weekly chart, of course, we don't buy Ethereum for holding. Okay, trading totally fine for holding. But to be fair, the only good thing for Ethereum is that we don't have any squeeze bear divergences here. But it's not very important. Why? Because we have this bear on Bitcoin. So that's why I don't trade. I mean, like I am not very aggressive with altcoins when I see Bitcoin in macro time frames not very healthy. Now let's talk about other coins. Please let me know if you have any suggestions. Just let me know in the comments. Okay, in the comments. Let me see. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. Okay, let's talk about other coins. I can see they are bullish, and actually I said Solana, Matic, the target hit perfectly. I'm very happy for this. I didn't trade this. As I said, I am not trading very hard altcoins right now. The trend is your friend here, and 1-day chart, the signal was around here, around $1 with 90 cents, 80 cents. Let me see 1-day chart. 1-day chart is still bullish, still good. As a trader, always I take profits in this area. Always I take profits. Always. But it depends. If your projection is weekly chart is bullish. Weekly chart is very good. You will see a breakout maybe next week. Maybe next week we will see maybe $2 with 70 cents, or maybe $3 even more. Let me see weekly chart. Yeah, it's still good. It's the same setup of Bitcoin. We will see something like this. Bear divergences here, around here, and a squeeze, and we will see a new high for Matic. For weekly chart is good as long Bitcoin is not crashing. Remember, maybe just these 2 weeks, this month, and that's it. One moment. Okay, one moment. Okay. Now, just careful. As I said, many altcoins, AVAX, Matic, they are very good, but please always keep an eye Bitcoin. Okay, don't get too greedy. If you are making money, perfect. Congratulations. Just as a trader, I am very defensive right now in macro time frames. Okay, now let's talk about other coins. Let's talk about AVAX. Actually, AVAX is something I am watching right now in 1-day chart. Weekly chart, of course, we know this. These are range or falling, right? So we have this signal this week. Confirmation: any close below $100 will drag AVAX to 75, but I don't think so. Not now. Why? Because 1-day chart is still in uptrend. Watch for, be careful with AVAX, because next week, as long Bitcoin is holding the range and is moving to the upside to $60,000, 61, 62, we will see next week maybe $95, $100 is going to be the area to enter, and we will see something like this. Another test maybe to the top of the area around $100 with 126, even a little bit more higher. For me, I am waiting for this altcoin, and I am waiting, and my target for selling around this altcoin is around here, something like this. And here I'm gonna close my positions. It's swing trading. Okay. Now let's talk about other coins. BNB. BNB, actually, I am expecting new highs for BNB maybe next week. As you can see here, well, it's looking healthy, but I would like to see 640, 41. Any day you have at least maybe 12-hour day, 12-hour candle closing above this level, I think you will see higher prices for the last push for BNB for this year. Remember, as same as Matic, we will see bear divergences here for many altcoins actually in progress. This month, maximum January, I think this month we will see potentially this high. Well, I don't know. This round, I have no idea where. Maybe $700 around there, and from there, well, we will see the bear divergences playing. Now, let's talk about other coins. You have placed a suggestion. Let me know. Solana. I'm very happy to see Solana. Solana very good in 1-day chart. Hit my target as expected. This area was the first one. Then my second target is this one. Honestly, it's from here to here. I am expecting this area to be tested in 1-day chart. Why? Because the momentum. We are still in blue and in pink, and we want to see something like this. So there are two scenarios for Solana. Or we see a new high breaking this level and bear divergences here, or at least other test to maybe 250. That is my target for long term. Short term, okay, we have this range of falling signal for Solana, as you can see here. In the next 12 hours, maybe this weekend, if you see something like this testing here the zero line and it's not crashing, it's above this, well, to the moon. It's an expression, okay, please. I don't want to say Solana to 1K, right? Because no, I want to be realistic. Okay, now let's talk about the total market cap, because actually some members in the group, they were talking about this. Okay, in the short term is bullish. This is to the upside in short term. You see, this is bullish. Altcoins will move to the upside in the next 24 hours. 12-hour, same 1-day chart. Still, technically speaking, using price action, yes, this is bullish technically. Maybe other test at least to the top of this level, but weekly chart, as I said, remember, is not something like, it's not for holding. All the things I am saying right now is for trading, not for holding. Okay, in some point next year, I will start talking about holding in weekly. Okay, in some point, not now. Now let's talk about USDT. We have the buy signal here in USDT. Remember, the reason why Bitcoin is going to the upside always and is for $4,000 to $60,000, the only one reason is because the USD or USDT in digital version is getting weaker. So the economy of countries where they are using USD well, the economy is not great. That's why every time when you see a bullish momentum in Bitcoin is because not because Bitcoin is more expensive, it's because the USD is getting more weak. That is the reason. So as you can see here, even with one weekly chart here, weekly chart buy signal, well, is struggling to break this. And in some point, I would like to see something like this. I would like to see something like this if we want to see a real bear market in 2022. If we see this rejection again for USDT, well, maybe 2022 is gonna be other very good year for the crypto markets. But let's see. One day chart for USDT. Well, this is consolidation, exactly like Bitcoin here. And we need to wait maybe other week and something like this to see more upside. As long as this is holding the MA55 in one day chart, I am bullish technically. Technically, I am bullish with this. That's why I said Bitcoin for me is just a bounce and to keep falling. It's a bounce. Okay, now let's talk about other coins. Sand. Someone asked me about Sand yesterday. Same pattern as a few days ago. Remember here I said to that person, we have a range. Okay, I will not enter in short here. I am not entering short. Why? Because the trend is your friend. As long as it's about MA55, I cannot enter in short position in one day chart. Especially I short altcoins when I know Bitcoin is in a bear market. Technically speaking, Bitcoin is not in a bear market. It's not in a bear market. So I need to see Bitcoin first in a real bear market, breaking $48,000, breaking the MA55 in weekly chart, and from there, yeah, I will just start shorting all time, but not for now. Now let's talk about other coins. You have any suggestions? Let me know, please. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was talking about this coin. It's new coin. I have no idea what is this, but this is a very obvious consolidation in weekly chart. I have no idea what is this, but let me show you something here. We have a buy signal in 5-day chart. In 5-day chart, and we have yellow bar. So based on this, I will say maybe other test to maybe this level, 40.40.50, and even more. I have no idea, but someone asked me about this coin. That's what I wanted to share my technical analysis on this one in weekly chart. Well, I was expecting maybe if we see other rejection like this, maybe no, but I want like to see weekly chart breaking this MA, the MA21 around 0.66, and from there we will see a parabolic move in weekly chart to maybe $2 around there. Just pay attention of this because one day chart is looking not bad actually. This is consolidation in one day chart. Watch OBB. OBB is telling you this. Okay, watch OBB. Just I don't know what they are doing. I have no idea about this coin. Just someone asked me about this, and I like the charts for long term. Maybe at least this month. Okay, so now let's talk about other thing. The Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is testing. Let me see weekly chart first. Okay. We have these bull divergences here over one moment. Okay, we talked about like 2 or 3 months ago. We have this bull divergences here from here and this point, and now we saw a rejection from MA21 and it's testing again the lows. Well, for me, still this is a consolidation phase. Okay, it's gonna take more time maybe, but let me tell you something. Let's start talking about something. If let me show you. If we see a new low for this, a new low, for example, we are here right now, and Bitcoin dominance is breaking 40, and is testing 35, 30 around there, because looks like it's gonna happen. Maybe this month we will see a massive bullish divergences here, something like this. Okay, so good for altcoins. They will, some of them they will go parabolic, but when this bounce plays, you will see something like nothing can stop this coin. Sorry, the Bitcoin dominance, and it's gonna happen something like this. You see, no resistance, nothing. I don't care the maze, I don't care the volume, whatever. So I think in the long term it's good to know this, because, well, again, someone asked me a few days ago when is gonna be the next period of accumulation for many altcoins. Well, when you see the Bitcoin dominance testing this level. When you see Bitcoin dominance testing this level, maybe in a couple of years, you will see your maybe you will have opportunity to start holding. Sorry, this kind of moves happen in bear markets or downtrend for Bitcoin. Okay, simple. When you see this, testing the major area of volume, in this case for Bitcoin dominance, is when we potentially it's gonna be the best moment to start holding altcoins. Okay, now let's talk about other thing. I think the last thing I wanna share with you, yeah, we have just 5 minutes left, is first of all, thank you guys for all your support. Really appreciate it. We just two more subscribers, and we are gonna reach 100 subscribers in this YouTube channel. Sorry. I have some announcements. First of all, if you are member of my private channel, you will get access for free to all my private indicators and my private technical analysis. I'm sharing on TradingView for free. So you don't have to do something else. Okay. So you want to use my indicators here. The only thing you have to do is this one. This one is the only private, and this one, of course. Squeeze, of course, is not mine. This is I updated this version. It's public, you can use it. But you want to get access to this indicator or these kind of things, on talk about more technical or learn the system, you can join to the private channels, and you will get access for free to all the material I have there. Okay. The second thing is this is the last video or last live stream as Mr. TechFlow. This project I got idea a long time ago. It was just for fun. I was doing this not for fun, not some more like serious. But I will change the name of this YouTube channel, and also the logo and the branding and everything. So why? Because you know, new year, well, new goals, right? So I hope maybe in 2022 we will have more subscribers, more followers, and also if everything is correct and everything is right with health and everything, well, we will in this channel, you will see when we are buying the dip and we are selling the top. Yeah, I would like to share with you when I hope to have more time, and we will have enough time to see something like this and say, hey, this time we are gonna write this, right? We are gonna take this kind of trades in the long term, right? But yeah, so let's have fun, and thank you very much for your support. Well,